Welcome to another episode of Pooches at Play.
Hey Lara, how's Vindi going with his newfound starter?
Oh, he's enjoying the limelight. Diva Darcy here, not completely sure about sharing the screen time.
Well, he has been a bit of a where's Wally throughout the episodes, hasn't he?
He has indeed.
Maybe you guys can see who shows up more.
Yeah.
Hey Lara, wasn't that...
Do you guys forget about someone?
Ignore him. Oh, I forgot about him. Ignore him.
Yeah, okay, that's how it's going to be. Cool, fine.
This week's breed in focus is the Rottweiler, Rottweiler or Rottweiler, depending what you want to say. Bred in Germany and named after the German town of Rottweil. During the Middle Ages, they were used as herders, guards, messenger dogs and cart pullers, but almost became extinct due to industrialisation in the 1800s, since they were no longer needed for these jobs.
But fortunately, Rottie lovers found them a new purpose, and they were among the earliest police and military dogs. Media reports of dog attacks and less than savoury owners have given the breed a bad rap. There's no doubt that they're strong and protective of their family and very wary of strangers. But with the right owner and responsible breeding, the Rottie's reputation is thankfully improving.
That's right, you're really a big softie, aren't you, Rubes? They are a highly intelligent and hard-working breed that is very devoted to their family. If well-bred, trained and socialised, like the adorable Ruby and Pebbles are here, they're calm and confident, if not somewhat aloof to new people or situations. It's when they lack that firm but fair leadership that they become territorial, aggressive and hard to handle, so they're definitely not for the novice or the lazy owner.
Whilst they're extremely devoted to their families, they aren't really recommended for people with young children. Even an innocent little nudge could accidentally knock over a toddler. And if you have older kids, their protective nature may also see them defend young members of the family from visiting friends if they perceive innocent play as a threat. And while we have Pebbles here, it's worth pointing out something that we don't often see. Yes, I know, darling. Usually Rotties have a short, smooth double coat, but a genetic mutation can create these lustrous waves.
Given they are a working breed and thrive on having a job to do, they must have a lot of exercise and mental stimulation. Daily walks, socialisation, training and interactive toys will keep their brains and bodies active, while protection or therapy work and sports like agility or herding can all help. They are not a dog to be left alone in the backyard with nothing to do, or you will have problems.
From a health point of view, Rottweilers are prone to a number of serious health issues. Bone and joint diseases include hip and elbow dysplasia, as well as arthritis and OCD. Other problems include progressive retinal atrophy, cataracts and eyelid deformities. They can also suffer from life-threatening heart disease.
And what about, obviously, they're a big barrel-chested dog, bloat?
Yep, absolutely. Rotties are one of the breeds that can develop this deadly condition. Take them straight to the vet if you notice drooling, retching or heaving, a distended abdomen, restless behaviour or the praying position, as this condition is fatal if it's left untreated.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ruby.
Getting a good view.
I am. Regular vet checkups are also important to ensure early detection of any of these health issues, as is pet insurance.
Absolutely.
Well done, guys. Well,
Good job, Pebbles.
Good job. You did well. Yes.
To learn how HIF Pet Insurance can help your pet in times of need, visit hif.com.au.
There are many dogs that react aggressively, lunge or bark at other dogs and people. Usually this is out of fear and often due to negative past experiences or a lack of early socialisation. I'm working on this with Vindi, my rescue dog, and know how hard it can be and how long it can take to build up their confidence and reduce their reactivity. Even Darcy has his moments with big dogs. Assuming your dog still enjoys exercise outside of the home though, take them at times when there are less people and dogs around. Ideally, you want to keep them at a distance from their trigger that they don't go past the point where they want to react. Definitely don't panic and pick them up, which just reinforces the fear. Jerk on the lead or yell at them, as this increases the negative association with those triggers. Instead, calmly cross the road or move in another direction to put more distance between your dog and the trigger. I also use look at me or simply look to get Vindi's focus back to me and away from the trigger. To teach them this, start at home with no distractions. Hold a treat under your dog's nose and bring it up to your eyes. The moment your dog focuses on you, mark it with the clicker or yes for that desired response. Once they are reliably looking at you when you do this, you can start to condition the cue words such as look. When you are out and they do look over to a potential trigger and don't react, make sure you mark this good behaviour, create some distance between them and the trigger, which is what they really want, and then give them a treat and really praise them for making the right decisions. It's not always possible, however, to get your dog out of the stressful situation before they start to react. If they have already started reacting, use the look to bring their focus back to you. You can then mark and move them away, or I might also ask Vindi to sit, mark and reward that desired behaviour, and then I move him away. If they have reacted, it is really important that you do something to bring their focus back to you, so the growling or barking stops before you move them away. If you don't and instead pick them up or you move them away while they're still reacting, you're actually rewarding them for that, as it gives them the distance that they were after. They think it was their reaction that did this, and so it will be their response next time. And so it goes on and it gets worse. If they have reacted aggressively, take them straight home too, so they start to learn that an aggressive response means the fun ends, and always reward good interaction so they learn that is what you want more of. It is important you work on this focus game at home and then slowly work your way up to the distractions. You can read more about fear-based aggression and reactivity on the Pooches at Play website, or for more dog training tips and tricks, visit VitaPet Central on vitapet.com.au. Sydney Dogs and Cats Home is the only not-for-profit pound in Sydney, helping to reunite or find new homes for over 3,000 lost and abandoned pets from across Sydney each year. This great organisation never places a time limit on any animal awaiting adoption. So how many animals have we got in here today?
We've got about 8 dogs, so really not that many at the moment. It's really quiet for us. About 10 cats on site.
Okay.
We've got 2 rabbits and a budgie also.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Are they looking for a forever home as well?
They sure are.
Oh,
yeah,
nice one. And the dogs that are in here, what are their reasons for in here and not being in foster care?
The ones that we have in here are stray dogs, so we take in strays from all over Sydney.
Yes.
And when they first come in, we need to check them over, make sure they're healthy, determine a bit about their behaviour so that we can link them up with the correct foster carer. But we try to get them out as quickly as we can. We love them to be in a home as soon as possible. So we've got about 80 out in foster at the moment.
Yeah, that's great. And how many of those do you reckon are going to be foster fails is what I want to know. Being one myself.
All the time. Yeah. It happens all the time, which we love and hate. So we lose a carer, but we find a good home.
Yeah, that's right. It's a catch-22, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Sydney Dogs and Cats Home is a state-based partner of Pet Stock Assist, which helps to support their community programs and other work. However, as the time at their current site comes to an end and long-term residents like Chestnut needing a roof over their head, they need our support more than ever. So obviously it's quite tight quarters here, but you're building a new place?
Yeah, we've been evicted from this place. So we've been here since 1946, which is a really long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to building a brand new facility in Kurnell, and we're currently fundraising for that at the moment, so really excited to be moving into there.
So are you looking for corporate donations, public donations?
Definitely.
Requests, all that sort of stuff?
All those things, yeah. We really want to continue helping as many animals as we can. So yeah, any help would be much appreciated.
And are you going to continue on those outreach programs and the nursing home visits? And
Absolutely,
all of that?
yeah. We love the schools and the nursing homes that we work with, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely be continuing on with that stuff.
Nice.
And expanding.
A bit more, exactly, expanding. Need a bit more room, hey Chestnut? Oh, well, let's see how we go. Let's see, I'd like to see you get in your new home soon, and then hopefully everyone can get into a new home.
That's the hope.
To make a donation, visit sydneydogsandcatshome.org. It can be hard to know which is the right shampoo for your dog with so many different products to choose from and so many dogs with different coats. My first tip is to always make sure you're using dog-specific shampoo and never a human one, because the skin on dogs and humans have very different pH levels. What this means is that using a human shampoo on dogs can disrupt the acidity levels, leaving them vulnerable to parasites and bacteria, not to mention making the skin dry and flaky. So best just to make the right choice from the start. Secondly, many dogs suffer from flea and environmental allergies these days, while some breeds they're just simply prone to skin issues. So look for a natural shampoo that says it's pH balanced for pets, is soap-free, contains no nasties like SLS or parabens, and is full of natural botanicals that will nourish your dog's skin and coat. Your dog may also benefit from a shampoo or conditioner specific to their skin or coat issues. For example, white coat shampoos can brighten the coat and remove stains. I use this on Vindi. A 2-in-1 shampoo can help with dogs that aren't keen on bath time and want to get out of there fast. Dogs with very thick or curly hair can benefit from using a detangling spray after their bath, while a Super Shine shampoo can keep long locks looking luscious and also has a potent essential oil blend of lemongrass and lavender to help naturally deter fleas and ticks and other biting insects. Ingredients like colloidal oatmeal and aloe vera can help heal and protect inflamed and damaged skin in dogs with allergies. Goat's milk can help soothe that dry, flaky skin, or you can nourish a dull coat with hemp oil shampoo. That's the one you like, isn't it, buddy? For dogs with skin folds or that are prone to bacteria and smelly skin, think bulldogs. No offense, guys. Tea tree oil provides antibacterial properties, while the DGG puppy shampoo is full of natural botanicals that are kind on young and sensitive skins. Remember to always rinse the shampoo and conditioner off your dog. Dry them thoroughly to avoid leaving hair and skin damp, and give them a good brush to remove any knots. You should do this as well before washing your dog, because if they have an undercoat or they have any matted hair, adding water can make it a whole lot worse. Look for the DGG grooming range at quality pet stores across Australia or New Zealand, or visit the DGG website. Good boy. I'm feeling a bit like a bad dog mum because I've never thrown a birthday party for Darcy, and having recently adopted Vindi, I missed his first birthday as well. I figured I'd make it up to them both by throwing a little get together with their fur buddies, so I need some goodies for the party. Let's go shopping, boys. Yeah. While hanging out with their buddies is really where the fun's at, it always helps to have some toys in the mix to help keep everyone entertained. Ooh, here they are. Yes, let's go have a look. Now, Vindi and Darcy love nothing more than a game of tug, so definitely going to get a few of these for them and their buddies. And also we're going to get some treat dispensing toys. Here we go, like these rubber ones. They're good, so they can have their own version of the donut eating competition, which, as you can tell by the size of this mouth, I was pretty good at. Sure enough, boys. What's next? Calming. Ooh, need one of these. Come on, boys. Let's go. Of course, some dogs might be a little bit anxious in group settings, so adding some pheromones, this adaptable diffuser and the spray will do the trick, will help those that feel a little bit nervous. Goodie bags for our fur friends is a must, and treats always go down a treat. Yeah. All right, let's get some, what do we want? Yes, some conditioning sprays. Those, boys. Then we want the sprays, that's what we want, yes. Cool. Sorry, display, let's go. And I had better not forget, hey Darce, your favourite balls ever. Which colour do you want? Hey? All of them? Yeah? All right, all of them, and we'll get different sizes for your buddies. I'm going to hold this party at my local pet stock doggy daycare. Hey, Veronica. Not all stores cater for the parties themselves, but they can certainly help you with the party plans. Alrighty, I'm just going to leave that to you. That's it, let's go, guys. Hey, Vindi, did you pay for that? Next stop is to get the birthday cake from my friend Andrea at Willow's Pantry, because even though I have one of her recipes in my book, Eat, Play, Love Your Dog, I'm not leaving it to chance. By the way, the book would make a great gift for the humans attending the party, so you can pick that up from Pet Stock too. Yeah, cool, blue for the boys, why not? That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Would you like any special decorations like donuts, ice cream cones?
Wow. You know what, I'm going to keep it simple and I'm going to go love hearts, thank you all the way. Darcy loves his cake. Hey, so does your mum. Happy birthday to you. When it came to the big day, everything came together perfectly. Our shop at Pet Stock meant there were plenty of goodies for the four-legged guests, and throwing a puppy party is a great social gathering for the humans too. As I suspected, Vindi and Darcy enjoyed a brotherly game of tug-of-war and all their buddies got along famously. They even shared the cake like polite little puppas, and a great day was had by all. 1, 2. Yay! Yay! Become a Pet Stock Rewards member and earn rewards on thousands of products and services store-wide. Receive great upfront benefits and look out for exclusive member opportunities. Terms and conditions apply. Visit the website for details. Little Hank here has been scratching his ears and shaking his head a bit, so I've brought him in for his mum Sally because I wasn't sure if he could have ear mites or something else might be going on.
Oh, yeah, well, ear mites isn't a bad differential.
Yes.
It's certainly something that can affect puppies, and they live predominantly in the ear canals
Yes.
and in the associated skin, and they cause intense itching.
I've heard they could be pretty irritating.
Very irritating. You can imagine having them crawl around your ear. It is super annoying.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not fun. And so can I tell, like I was having a look and I'm not really sure, but can I tell as an owner whether they're ear mites or what's going on in there?
Not really. You can tell if there's too much itching. You can tell if there's a smell around the head.
Yes.
And if there's redness there. See, there's a bit of redness there and
yes.
there.
Yeah.
But you can't tell what is causing the irritation without taking a swab and having a look under the microscope.
Okay, and how much is too much itching?
Oh, that's a good question. I think if it's become something that the owner is worried about, it's probably real. So
Okay.
often it will just be a little bit more than usual.
Okay.
And people don't trust their instinct.
Yes.
But they should.
Okay.
It's probably an irritation.
And so if he does have them, let's hope not, how do you treat them?
Treatment is really easy. What I use in puppies that are older than 8 weeks of age or bigger than 2 kilos.
Yes.
NexGard Spectra.
Okay, so that kills the little mites.
It does. It's really effective. One treatment and it usually will do the trick.
Okay, and then that also protects them against the fleas, the ticks, the intestinal worms, all of that?
Heartworm. Yes, that's right.
All right, okay. All right, well, let's find out what he's got.
We'll find out. If it's not ear mites, then we'll treat him with something else, like an eardrop, an antibiotic eardrop. But we'll find out.
Right.
Let's have a look, little man. You don't eat the cotton buds.
Turns out Hank had a slight ear infection and fortunately no ear mites, which are very contagious. To help protect your dog against these and other common parasites, use NexGard Spectra.
This isn't a normal topic of conversation for me, but Narelle, I wanted to talk to you about dog poop and what it's telling us. Now, I don't mean literally understand that dog poop doesn't talk. Lara wanted to make sure I clarified that, but what is it telling us?
Well, you don't have to worry about talking about poop because as a clinical naturopath and nutritionist for both people and pets, talking about poo is something I do on a daily basis. And it's a really important topic because our dog's feces or their poo actually tells us a lot about them, including their diet as well as their overall health and well-being, just like it does with us humans.
What should we be looking out for?
Well, to start with, colour can give us a really good insight into our dog's health and their digestive system. So a light to dark brown is really what we're looking for when it comes to the ideal poo. If the stool is very white or has a chalk-like consistency, chances are you're feeding too much calcium in the diet, and that's usually from excess bone. And while bones are great for our dogs, we have to be careful not to overfeed them. A grey colour may indicate too much fat in the diet or the dog has an issue with its pancreas. And if you see colours like orange or green, that may be as simple as too much carrot or the dog is eating too much grass, but it can also be an indication of some more serious conditions relating to the liver and the gallbladder. If you see bright red or even a dark black tar looking stool, that generally indicates the presence of blood. So definitely speak to your vet if you notice any of those last few that I've just mentioned.
I can't believe I'm asking this, but what about the consistency? You know, like if it's a bit like Mr. Whippy or a picnic bar, what's that telling us?
It's actually a really good question because the ideal poo should be slightly moist but still firm and have a well-formed log shape. So whether that's continuous or in segments, which basically means it should be really easy to pick up without leaving any residue on the ground.
So like a cake, really?
Yeah.
Like a good cake?
What you don't want to see are dry, hard pellets because that could be an indication of inadequate water intake or inappropriate levels of fibre in the diet. You also don't want to see very sloppy or smelly stools. And from my experience, I often see that in dogs who are consuming a diet that's too high in starchy carbohydrates because it's not as well absorbed by the body, which leads to a larger amount of softer stools, and it can also contribute to conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome. You definitely don't want to see diarrhoea on a regular basis, particularly if it's very watery, because this is usually a sign of infection and can quickly lead to dehydration, especially in young puppies.
Right, so how much does diet, I imagine a lot, how does that feed into what the dog's stool looks like or becomes like?
Absolutely. So there was a recent study actually done that showed that dogs that were fed a raw meat-based diet actually had improvements in what's called their fecal score. And what that means is that there was less poo overall because the diet was more digestible.
Okay.
And hey, who doesn't want less poo to pick up?
Yep, me, yeah.
But the consistency or the form of the poo was better, which was an indication of improved gut health for those dogs.
Cool. Is there anything else we should be looking out for?
Well, as most pet parents no doubt know, we can often see some pretty interesting contents in our dogs' poos from time to time. And that may include grass, leaves, rocks, parts of their toys or any other random household items. But you don't want to be seeing worms, and if that's the case, you definitely need to treat appropriately.
Okay.
If you see mucus on an ongoing basis, that could be a sign of inflammation and infection. If you notice your dog straining to go but there's nothing coming out, and they also seem distressed or in pain, chances are they've swallowed something and it's now causing a blockage. So absolutely straight to the vet for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much, because I thought this might be a bit of an awkward conversation, but it's been great. Cheers, Narelle.
Thank you.
Look, if you'd like to find out more, head to the Big Dog Resource Centre and check out their dog guide so you can download their poo-poo diary. And you can Do-do diary, so you can track your Pooches' poop.
How are Pooches' poos performing?
Oh, how your Pooches' poo is performing. Lara put that in so I'd get tongue-tied.
Yes, I did.
Thanks, Narelle.
Want to win a Pawsome prize pack valued at over $2,000? One lucky person will win a year's supply of VitaPet treats, Big Dog pet foods, NextGuard Spectrum monthly chews, a $250 pet stock gift voucher, DGG grooming and apparel, and a year's subscription to Dog TV. Plus, there's 5 consolation prizes of my book, Eat, Play, Love Your Dog. To enter, sign up to our e-news and tell us the name of one of the charities featured in this series. All entries also receive a free ebook, so visit poochesatplay.com.
Thanks for joining us for another episode. Hope you enjoyed the show and learnt lots of tips and tricks. But hey, Lara, what was that thing with Morgan? Why did you want to ignore him for?
I didn't. Well, I panicked. I forgot to send him the call sheet. So, you know. Anyway, if you want to know anything about what you've seen on the show today, visit the Pooches at Play website. We'll see you next week.
See you later.